Hello and welcome to the channel. It's a lovely sunny Sunday afternoon, so I thought it'd be a perfect opportunity to give you a tour of my small wheelbase Peugeot Boxer camper van. So I basically went for a small wheelbase because I have to use my van for work, and it's not the biggest of car parks at work, and if I got a big van it'd be awkward to park, plus car parks in general really, you know, it's a medium wheelbase and long wheelbase I figured would be relatively difficult to park. So here's the back, which I guess some people call a garage area. That's a bean bag. So there's quite a bit of room there for storage. Here's where I keep some tools and what have you. That's just a tub. That's basically to put stuff in. So yeah, there's a bit of storage there. Here's the score of beams that I'll get into in a second. 3 of those to hold the bed up. Yeah. So that's the back. I did actually put some alloy wheels on. So we went from 15-inch steel wheels to 16-inch alloys, which to me kind of made it look a bit less vanny, if that makes sense. Plus I like them and I think that make the van look pretty cool. So without further ado, let's have a look inside. So I had the van for a while before I put the swivel seats in, but I must say these were an absolute game changer. It opens the van up so much more, plus obviously you can walk through into the back, so if it is raining, saves you getting out. So here's the front of the van. I'm sure you've all seen the front of a van, but just the front of the van. So here's my unit. And I know some people have sinks and cookers, and which I'll get into in a little bit as to why I didn't, but yeah, this is just a, I think it was like a kitchen island or a kitchen unit trolley, which essentially was on wheels, but I never put the wheels on. So I've just got some drawers, which normally will keep cutlery in, stuff like that. Yeah, when we do go away, I've got the food in here, the stove, the jackery's underneath there. Yeah, just washing up bowl. We've got windows, obviously. We've got the 2 smaller windows here, which are really handy when it's hot. So you can just have them open, a little bit of air in the night. I've got those. The bed, which I said was on the 3 score beams. Now, the bed, being in a small wheelbase, the bed is slightly higher than I've seen on other people's videos where they have a medium base or a long wheelbase. The bed's a bit lower, so when I'm in the bed, the only small downside is you can't sit up too much, but that's fine for me because I just kind of prop myself up like this and I'm good. As for length, I'm just over 6 foot and that's perfect and very, very comfy. So that's the bed. I've got the tongue and groove cladded roof, which my father-in-law helped me put in. And I was in a bit of a rush to get the roof in because I wanted to go away in it pretty much as soon as I got the van. So I never carpeted this at first, which I should have done really, but you live and you learn, you know. I'll be able to just loosen here and get some carpet in there at some point when I decide to do it. I've got the fairy lights there, standard. Oh, another small window over here obviously. And we go as to underneath. So I've got my, I think it's Appy Cool fridge, which has been an awesome little fridge to be fair. Really, really good little fridge. It's just storage. And I've got my leisure battery in here, which basically I charge up before I go away, and then it will last me a good 3 days I reckon without any electric. And then all I do is I basically get some electric at a campsite, plug her in, charge her up, and I'm away for another 3 days or whatever. And yeah, they're the IKEA Scorva beams. So I've got 1, 2, 3 for the bed. And then just my little retro coloured rug. And yeah, there we go. My humble little van, which I absolutely love. Of all the vehicles I've had, this is definitely my favourite vehicle. So let's get into why van life isn't for me. Let's make myself comfortable. So I was thinking of getting a van for some time before I threw caution to the wind and finally got one. Prior to that, I had a small little van. So I didn't want to plough a lot of money into the build because to start off with, I didn't really know if me and the wife were going to enjoy going away in a camper van. So I had the van for about a week, 2 weeks, got the futon from inside, which we have for if people come and visit. So basically put the futon mattress down and went and tried it out. Looked on Park for Night, found somewhere local. And yeah, it was fun, enjoyed it. So after that, started the build. Got the bed in and too eager to go and, you know, try it out. We went up to see them. Apparently it's good for sea glass, so that's where we went. Was good for sea glass, by the way. So the wife was pleased with that. We stayed just outside of Seaham on a lovely little campsite and woke up to an amazing sunrise, which hopefully I'll be able to put the photo in here. And went from Seaham to Whitby, and had a day in Whitby. Absolutely loved Whitby. By this time, the van only literally had the bed in. So we stayed at a campsite just outside of Whitby, between Whitby and Robin Hood's Bay. And it rained all night. Absolutely terrible night. Obviously couldn't have the van door open. Rain was going to come in. Had no insulation at that point. So the condensation was terrible. Actually felt like it was raining inside. But yeah, left there, went to Robin Hood's Bay. Robin Hood's Bay probably didn't shine for me as much as it should have done, because it was a very dull, dreary day. Now, my personal opinion is somewhere that's even shithole can look better if the sun's out. Makes it makes it look less of a shithole, if you know what I mean. The sun, as we can see, does wonders. Good for the soul. Anyway, I'm digressing. So yeah, absolutely loved it. Come back and then started to build properly. Insulation, the roofing, carpeting, windows. And after that, started going on holidays. Went to, first proper holiday started off at Falls Cave in the Peak District. Went across to Wales, climbed Snowdon, had an absolutely brilliant campsite just right next to Snowdon. Had a lake, absolutely wonderful, brilliant. Then we've done the coast of Wales and then come back. Then we've gone to, so since then we've been to Scotland. Scotland was amazing. Climbed Ben Nevis. Went up to the Isle of Skye. Absolutely loved the Isle of Skye. Wonderful. Apart from the midges. So if you are going to go, I would say just watch the midges. Prior to that, we'd never had any encounters with midges. But I think we were in Broadford, and we woke up and the midges were all outside the window, but I'd actually left the barbecue out from the night before. So I had to go out and get the barbecue. As soon as I opened the door, boom, they're in, and they literally got everywhere. I had them in the sort of belt line of my trousers. They bit me about 5 times there. I had about 20 literally in a ring around the top of my sock. Absolute nightmare. But Isle of Skye, absolutely loved it. From the Isle of Skye, come across to Inverness, then went to Holy Island, then Whitby again, and then back to East Anglia. And then since then we've been to Bristol, Cheddar Gorge, Cornwall, Glastonbury. Absolutely love it. Had a brilliant time. Now, as to why van life isn't for me, I totally admire all the people who can live in a van, and probably younger me would have probably jumped at the chance too. But the biggest reason why van life aren't for me is, 1, my job. 2, I don't really want to have that knock on the door in the middle of the night, sort of try and find somewhere to park, possibly people damaging my van because they don't like where I've parked. I like a bit of, security, peace of mind. That's one of the biggest reasons I use campsites rather than park for night. I mean, don't get me wrong, park for night is brilliant for those people who want to do that, but I prefer a little bit more security and peace of mind. And that's another reason why van life isn't for me. But in the future, I would love to go away for about a month or so, overseas, France, drive to Spain, etc. But at the minute, that's literally something that, is going to happen when I can get the time off work, and yeah, basically a holiday, basically. So yeah, that's a couple of the biggest reasons. And I think one of the biggest is I've got a mortgage, and what am I going to do when I retire? I don't want to be living in a van when I'm 70. I mean, if people do and they can do that and they want that, all power to them. But me personally, I want a house and I want a bit of comfort, and so yeah, they're the biggest reasons why van life isn't for me. So I am a fair weather van, camper van person. I don't know, there's probably some name for a person like me. But yeah, at the minute, van life definitely isn't for me, but camper van life is. Anyway, if you've got this far into the video, thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you on the next one, hopefully. So yeah, have a good day, take care, see you soon.